What's up, cup tears? It's Christina Jane back at it with another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be dipping into my Tati palette here, Tati Beauty Palette. This is what it looks like. I'm sure you've seen it before, but it's so pretty. I'm so excited to use it. Anyways, I know this video it has been long overdue because this has been out for a while now and I just never got the chance to play with it or look at it and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to play with it today. Look at this packaging. Do you see how
it has her picture on there? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it does. And then she wrote a note to us. And I don't know, this is so interesting. Feel it.
No, I don't like that.
Oh. I don't want to break this. I'm so scared that I'm going to break it.
Just unwrap it.
I know. So many.
Yeah, they really...
they really packaged this.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah. Alright. Here we go. So this.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah, it looks bigger in videos and stuff. She has like a slidey cover. This makes it look so smooth and elegant. Oh, here it is. What?
You're having fun?
Ah! Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's finally here!
Mm-hmm.
And look at how big this mirror is! Look at that! Oh my god! Dang. This is real life. I'm not just looking at it on my computer screen anymore. For today's look, I'm gonna be doing a smoky, glittery eye because I've been wanting to do that look for a little bit now and I never found a right palette to do that with because they never had the right shimmers or the right pigmentation that I really want to do on my eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and use this palette. As you can see, I'm wearing a top to match it, so I'm very excited. To start off the day, I'm going to put on my Olay Daily Moisturizer with sunscreen. This gives a nice protective layer of sunscreen for me because the harm is very harmful for the skin and also moisturizes my face at the same time. So I like to put this on before every makeup routine and at the beginning of the day, each day, just to make sure my skin is nice and moisturized as well as protected. Then I move into my Benefit Professional Pore Primer. I use this to smooth out my face to give it a nice and clean and smooth canvas for my makeup to be put on. This just really smooths out all my pores and gives it a nice, good foundation for my foundation. See what I did there? Yeah, you did. And then I'm going to move on to my other primer. I use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This just gives a sticky base for my foundation and all of the rest of my makeup to be on. I really like the consistency and the stickiness and the feeling of all of this. It's a really great product and I really recommend using it if you have not used it before. Then I move on to my foundation. So for my NARS foundation, you have to give it a little shake because that's what it says on the box. So you should shake it before you use it. It is a lighter coverage one and I've been trying to go more towards light coverage because I've been using a lot of heavy coverage. So this is new for me, but I just put it all over my face similar to how I use my other foundations, dot it all over the face and then use a beauty blender to blend it all out. When I'm blending, I like to blend from the inside to the outside and I use these tapping motions and not dragging motions because if you do drag, then it smears and it doesn't look good. So you really want to use these delicate light bounces like I am doing right now. And once you have done all that, you need to cover the entire face, make sure it's even. You can move on to your Juvia's Places I Am Magic Concealer. This is a heavier coverage concealer because I did use a lighter coverage foundation, so I wanted to use a more coverage concealer. I just put it in the spots that I need help and spots that I would like to bring out and highlight. So I'm using the same tapping motions with my beauty blender that I did with the foundation, and just making sure that whenever I am doing under my eyes, I look up so that I can really get in the creases there. Now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is a great powder. I just use a brush and put it all over my face. I could be baking, but I didn't feel like it today because I know that the glitter is good, so I didn't need to do that. And now I'm gonna do my brows and prime my lids off camera. I am back with the Tati Beauty Palette and I'm very excited. I'm gonna dip right into the shade Smooth Matte, the Matte Smooth. I'm not sure exactly how you do this, but it's this beautiful light brown transition color, and I'm just grabbing my fluffy brush from Morphe and just sweeping it all over my lid, especially in the crease area. This pigment is really blendable, so I just spent a lot of time just really blending it out and making sure it's right where I want it. And I use windshield wiping motions for most of the time just to make sure that it's really in the crease when I need it, where I need it. Next, I'm going to dip into the Ritual Matte shade and just really put it into the crease with another fluffy brush. This will deepen up the crease even more. I like to put it as well in my outer V just to give it a little more dimension. I really liked how seamless the Ritual and the Soothe shade was able to blend together because of the windshield wiping motions as well as circular motions when it comes to the outer V. And I just really enjoyed working with the pigment because it was really easy to use and blending was not difficult at all. I was really impressed by that because usually in other palettes it takes a while for you to blend, and it just really seamlessly blended, and I was really impressed by that. To intensify this look even more, I'm going to dip into Memory, which is this black shade, and I just grabbed a flat brush and kind of patted it and smudged it all against the lid and as close to my eye as possible. And I'm using kind of swiping motions because I wanted to give that smoky look. So as you can see, I'm going back in and just really trying to smoke out the edges, while the parts closest to my eyes I'm putting a lot of pigment and a lot of pressure on, but then as I go up to my brow I really smoke it out. Then I go in with a different fluffy brush and I just really smoke that black out even more because I do kind of want that smoky eye feeling, and I just use circular motions around the edges of the black. Now I go into the Soothe and Ritual shades to just slightly drag it underneath my eyes to give it a more round and cohesive look. This, I just take a small brush and just do it right under the lash line. Now I'm going to dip into the shade Glitter Memory. I'm really not sure how you do this, but it's fine. And I just tap it all over my lid. I'm kind of using tapping and sliding motions because this glitter, I have never used this type of glitter before, and it's just so different from the other glitters that you see in the other palettes. And now for the inner corner highlight, I like to go in with my MAC Fix Plus and spray it a bit on my brush, and then I dipped into the metallic aura shade just to give it a little extra pop. Whenever you spray your brush with a setting spray, it just gives it more of a shimmer, and I really like doing that. Now I'm gonna pop on some falsies and do my mascara off camera. As you can see, my eyes are now finished and they look gorgeous. Now I'm going to move on to my Hoola bronzer and just chisel out the cheeks and also other areas that I need some help with. So I just use a big fluffy brush and just really contour my face to make it slimmer and also more appealing. I like to do on my cheeks and also under my jaws to make sure that I have a defined jawline. And then later I go up to my forehead just to make sure that it's smaller than it looks. And then I take a smaller brush and go into the nose just to make sure that I have more of a better nose. Now it's time for blush. As you guys know, I like to use the Monolid Coral Color Brush. I don't like to put a lot of it, so I just gently push it on. Now it is time for my favorite part, which is the highlight. I like to go into the Ofra Signature palette and just take a fluffy brush, dip into the first color there, and just really put it up right against my blush and bronzer, and just making sure that it pops. I really like the pigmentation and how heavy it pops on there. And then I blend it all out so that it's nice and blended and not just contour, blush, and highlight. To prime my lips, I'm using my Tati Beauty lip primer, and I just gently push it all over my lips so that my lips are nice and primed. Now I'm going to go in with a lip pencil and just line my lips because I needed a little extra help today, just because I wanted a little more color than a nude lip, so I wanted to give a little bit of extra color as well as have a nice and neutral lip. And then once you're done with that, you go in with the Maybelline Nude Lust shade. I really like this shade because it's a nice, beautiful nude, and it's really easy to apply, and I just really like the formula on it, and yeah. Now to set it all down, I'm using my MAC Fix Plus and just giving it a good spritz. And that, guys, is the finished look using the Tati palette. So I wanted to talk about all this palette. Obviously I didn't use all the colors. I used some of the more basic colors in this palette, like this transition color, the darkening crease color, as well as the black color. I really loved how the glitter applied onto my lids. It was not at all like the other glitters. It stuck more. It also applied just much better without any like real fallout on the lids. So I was really glad about that because I did not set my face well in order to deal with all the fallout. So I was really happy about that. Don't know what I feel about the inner corner highlight. Yes, it kind of helped when I sprayed it, but it's just not shiny enough for me because I really like a pop-in inner corner highlight. I really loved how easy it was to blend in the transition shade as well as blending in Ritual, just to make it all one seamless color. It was really easy to work with, and I really enjoyed that, and I'm really happy with this. The mirror is super nice. I didn't use it that much because I'm used to using this mirror right here, but it was super nice and big, so I can look at it as a full product or as when I want to get close into the eyes. It was super good like that. I love the glitters. Like that one, I was so tempted to use it, but I had to like withhold myself and not, because that was not in the look that I originally planned, but it's so pretty and I'm really excited to use it. However, the thing I want to say is this palette is super nice, but it is on the expensive side. So if you are looking for cheaper alternatives, this is more of a natural palette. So there are many alternatives that are cheaper than this Tati palette, but if you are looking for easy to blend, easy to stick on glitter, and overall really good quality pigments, then I would suggest getting yourself one of these. It is really loved by me because, as you can see, it's getting dirty now. There are just so many different looks that you can create, from natural ones that really just are for everyday use, or full out glam ones like the one I did today, and I just really love the versatility of this palette. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the Tati palette as well as a look using the Tati palette. If you enjoyed this video, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Also comment down below for future video ideas that you want to see on my channel, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my makeup venture. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!